Hi there. Oh, thank you for being here. I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about the limiting constructs and belief systems and conditioning that is so a part of our society and the number of systems that we are a part of. If you watched my last video, you will know that I've been working with really dismantling many of those structures and systems for myself. Much of what was unconscious has just jumped into my consciousness, and it's really complex. I'm seeing, which I mean, I'm always working with belief systems and limitations and conditioning, but when I stripped a certain level of it away, all of a sudden I got to see a lot more just at a really deeper level, and the layers of complexity and really, yeah, I guess complexity is a good word for it, but it's just layers on top of layers on top of layers of conditioning. I mean, starts from like day one, even in the womb. We're conditioned by whatever gender that we come in with. All that we inherit from our ancestors, from our parents, and we come into the family, and what do we get from them? And then we start school, and what are we taught, and what do we learn? How do we learn? We learn how to behave and how to talk and what's appropriate, and learn to follow the rules, and and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And I'm realizing now, like, who am I? Who am I underneath all of that? Who am I when I start really peeling that away? And each layer I peel away, underneath is another layer, and then another layer and another layer, and I just keep diving into it, and it's really quite interesting. And when I start really picking apart like my motivation behind anything that I'm doing, and I apologize for the glare on my glasses. I don't know why. It seems really bad today, but what are you going to do? I need to work with lighting or something. But when I start diving into the motivation behind anything that I do, so much of it is fear-based or stress-based, or worrying about the future, or worrying about, am I good enough? Am I doing enough? Am I worthy of this? Am I excelling? Am I doing enough with my time? Am I utilizing my skills and knowledge appropriately? Am I worth my existence? Basically is what it kind of comes down to. Like, when we peel away those layers, I think a lot of us wonder, like, are we worthy? Are we worthy of our existence, of our being here? And our society tells us that we have to do so many different things and behave in so many different ways to be worthy of love and acceptance and money and resources and I think I said acceptance, but that's a big part of it. Worthy of an education, worthy of opportunities, worthy of, the list goes on and on and on. My friend right now lives in India, and she is wanting to move. She doesn't have citizenship in India, but she's been staying there for like over a decade. Having to leave the country to get a visa to come back into the country. That's just part of what she does. But now she's ready to leave the country for good. I mean, of course, she might visit and such, but she's ready to move. And her options are extremely limited because of the income that she makes. Only a couple of countries will allow her to live there, because you basically have to buy into their system, and if you don't make a certain amount of money, you aren't eligible to move there. And based on that, she's down to, there's like really 4 countries that she can go to that makes sense in an entire world. We have a huge world here, and that's mind-boggling that it can be so controlled in that way. She is deemed not worthy of being able to live in certain areas because of her income. That is crazy to me. And I know that happens for so many people on so many different levels with so many different restrictions, and what they're able to do in the life that they're able to live and the experiences they're able to experience because of what society has deemed is worthy of certain things. And that is just it's just crazy. And this is not new. I mean, we know this, right? We know this, but it's just the level of it is just mind-boggling. And I'm thrilled that a lot of these systems are hopefully dismantling right now. It seems like people are really pushing back on a lot of this stuff, and yay for that. But so I guess, as above, so below. As the dismantling happens at a bigger level, it's happening at a smaller level, at a personal level, at a collective level, the societal level. For so many of us, we're all going through these deep transformations, or we're fighting back, we're pushing against it and having a really challenging time in that regard. So either we're dismantling ourselves, or we're fighting the dismantling, and that all of it comes with its own challenges. But I am dismantling myself and dismantling my own structures, my own belief systems, and so much of it is unconscious, so we don't even recognize. It's just our life. Like, I'm looking at, I know you'll have to refer back to the last video I put out, because it really got into this a lot of what I'm looking at, including language, words. How do we put things in a box? How do we restrict energy? Language is one of those things. But again, it's things like that are just so part of our lived experience that it's hard to get into there and dismantle them. But I am finding myself kind of doing nothing with my day, because when I get down to it, it's like, am I doing something because I really enjoy doing it? Or am I doing it because of some fear-based, stress-based, anxiety-based motivation, like to get further in life, to get something for the future, to, I'm attempting to run my own business, to create my own thing. So a lot of it is, how do I find soul-aligned clients? How do I connect with people that are interested in what I have to share? And, a lot of that is, one finds themselves putting information out there, putting themselves out there in kind of a crazy way, just really trying to get certain results instead of just letting it flow. And it's a really fine line between putting yourself out there, staying in your heart, and staying in a heart-based, high vibe experience with a clear, good motivation, versus going into kind of a anxiety, just driven to connect, to get something, to attract something, or just and a fear. It's more like a fear that the universe won't just provide. For me, I have to do. I gotta put stuff on social media. I've got to, which I'm not really a fan of, and put stuff, advertise here and do this there. And when that's not really how I want to be spending my energy. I want to be spending my energy doing the healing sessions, teaching the programs I've written, supporting people, one-on-one work, connecting with people, doing the drum rituals, leading drum circles, working with people, not this behind the scenes trying to find my people, and connect with people that are interested. It's a beautiful dance when it comes together, but there's that fear that if I don't do and put it out there, people aren't going to find me, and I'm not going to connect, and I'm not going to get to do what I really love to do, which is connecting with people and sharing and offering and doing the healing. And so when I stop and when I let go of all of that kind of doing, I find I'm not really doing too much. I'm just kind of sitting here and well, what do I really like to do? I love to do my healing sessions. I love to do the programs. I love to do all those things. But if clients aren't there to do them, then what? What happens then? What do I love to do? Well, I like to read. So I find myself reading lately. I like to be in nature. So I find myself sitting in nature. But a lot of other things are just kind of, fear-based, fear-driven. And yeah, so when I tear it all apart, when I take it all down, there's not a lot left. And it's just like me just sitting here kind of hanging out. It's very strange. It's very strange. I've been doing some more teachings. That's been really nice. I mean, receiving teachings myself, connecting with teachers that inspire me. And so I've just been kind of filling my heart and soul and mind with other wisdom that I'm getting from other people, and that's a beautiful thing. I could do that all day. I love that. I love learning. I love learning. So but it's hard in this society to just sit back, let go, relax, and see what happens. Allow the universe to come in and do its thing. And this is what I teach, but I'm really having to like live it and let go and let go and let go at a deeper and deeper and deeper level. I pulled an oracle card this morning, and it was Dark Night of the Soul, and I was just like, oh shit. And we have some really interesting astrology coming up that's starting tomorrow. So I'm wondering if all this dismantling is just really going to kind of blow shit up, basically. I mean, that's kind of what I want to do, but it's a little scary at the same time. Yeah, I think it's okay to just sit here and not know and not have the answers, and just kind of put it out there. I think a lot of us are going through this right now, and really, it's such a time of transformation on so many different levels. And I guess I sat down here actually to talk about grief. My master's is in thanatology, which is the study of death, dying, and bereavement. And I don't really talk about grief that much. And I realize I kind of want to step into that a little bit more and honor the grief that so many of us are going through. There's been so much loss, death-related loss, death to COVID. There's death because of happenings in the world. There's just deaths that normally happen, regardless if we're in a pandemic or in a war or anything. There's non-death loss. There's so much of that going on as we lose jobs, careers, and maybe we're having to move home. Maybe we're losing connections and relationships with people as we grow into move into different energies for ourselves that are no longer aligning with some of the people that we had in our lives. We're losing some opportunities. I know there's travel things that are getting strange out there. Again, I don't know. I'm just kind of hearing this. I don't really listen to the news, but I think some things are shutting down. Losing, prices are going up, so we're kind of losing confidence in our financial situation. We don't know. I think there's a lot of loss there, and just loss of security, a loss of a sense of security and knowing what's going on and having confidence in the world. So that's a huge loss and a huge grief, and we really need to honor that and honor the fact that other people are going through this as well. There's a lot of anger and fear out there because this is an unprecedented experience. Nobody knows how to work with this and what to do with this. And, it might not be going so gracefully for a lot of people as they scramble to hold on, or they're losing things and don't know how to grieve and don't feel like they have the support. And, our spiritual connection for a lot of people is seriously lacking, and that's what people turn to a lot of the times when they're going through really big crisis and really big changes and transformation. And when we don't have that connection to source, connection to spirit, connection to the earth, we're out here floundering around, and it feels very lonely and isolated, and there's nothing to turn to. So we really need to remember that everybody is on their own journey and their own path, and we're all just trying to get through this the best we can, and it's not very graceful a lot of the times, and we don't even really know what to hold on to or where to turn, and it's hard to have conversations because things are feeling really divided. So we don't want to upset people, we don't want to get in confrontation, we don't want to have those conversations with people, and we don't know who's on what side of what, and if they're going to get upset about this side or the other. So there's some real strangeness, and it's so important to honor that, to be compassionate, empathetic, and just to hold space for people, and to bring the light to wherever we are going, be in our power, and to honor our own process too. That doesn't mean like, oh, love and light all the time. No, not at all. But it means very consciously working with our fears and our emotions, and recognizing when we are in a challenging place, and not putting that off on other people. It's emotional maturity, it's emotional responsibility, honoring our grief, honoring our sorrow, honoring our loss, honoring our anger, honoring our whatever it is, but honoring it and having tools and doing what we need to do to take care of ourselves, so we're not putting it on other people, so we're not adding to the collective trauma and fear-based energies and the anger. Having healthy ways to take care of ourselves, so that we can be more compassionate for others, and again, so we're not adding to the problem. There's that saying, if we're not part of the solution, we're part of the problem. I mean, that's a little extreme, but kind of, really, we need to have tools to take care of ourselves and honor ourselves, and know when to step away from a situation and when to take care of ourselves. That's really important. Honor the grief, do ritual, journal, write, get with other like-minded individuals and talk about the grief. Open to grief circles, seek out others who are also feeling the feels and are more open to talk about it, because not everybody is in that place. And I offer if you're in the Portland area, monthly new moon circles, drum rituals, and such, and that's a beautiful way to honor grief. I do a walking meditation out in nature, where we go to honor the grief and release it into the Mother Earth and connect with nature, and she's very healing and really perfect for this time. So that's something you can do for yourself. If you're not in the area, get out into nature, honor the grief, offer it to the Mother Earth, call up her energies to wrap around you and hold you and heal you. It's powerful energy. That's a great way to really honor your process. And make sure you allow yourself plenty of downtime, drink lots of water, eat healthy, nourishing foods, if you can, connect with your guides, with with source, with spirit, with whatever, with the angels, whatever high vibe frequencies you connect with. Make sure to spend plenty of time with them and ask them for help and support. That's a huge one. We forget in this society, it's all, I'll take care of it, me, I got this, and we're so independent. But ask your guides for help, ask the angels for help, ask Mother Earth for help, ask these high vibe frequencies for support, and to let you know, or to help you know what to do, or to offer guidance. They'll be there. They are there. That's really big. I forgot that for a long time, that I can just ask, and I needed to keep hearing that. Ask for help, ask for support. They're right there waiting. They just need to be asked. So be sure that you do. Journey to connect with your power animal. Do a drum journey if you're familiar with that. There's so many ways to connect. We have so much support right now. So that's what's been on my mind. I just really wanted to, I don't know, it's a strange time. It's a strange time. And I'm tired of trying to be something I'm not, or trying to I don't know if that's really the right thing, but I'm just ready to let it all hang out there. It is a challenging time. I am really passionate about supporting us on this journey, and I just really want to be here if you're needing somebody, so you're not alone. And I just, wanted to say I care. There's a lot of people that really care. There's a lot of beautiful energy on the planet right now, and we need to surround ourselves with it and tap into those people and those high vibe inspirations, high vibe energies that help us know that we're not alone and that support the flow of that beautiful high vibe energy. Not in a Pollyanna way, like, oh, everything's love and light, because that's not realistic, but in a way that really supports our process, our healing, our growth, our transformation, our movement through our grief, our sorrow, our joys, our love, all the things. So, we need to align with the high vibe frequencies and not put ourselves in those negative energies and around people that are just, spewing the anger and the fear and the rage, because there's a lot of that out there. But there's a lot of other stuff too, but sometimes we have to look for it. It's really easy to be around the low vibe stuff because it's so prevalent. We have to make a very concerted effort, and that's a lot about what my 12-week program is about, and my other 6-week Women Healing Through Intergenerational Trauma. We have to be conscious. We have to make the decisions, because if we don't, society will make them for us. All the low vibe energy around us will make it for us, because it just tends to go that way. So we have to be very conscious of where we put our energy, who we're spending time with, what we're filling our day with, what we're filling our energy body with. So do that. Just do that, and find healthy things, healthy people, inspiration. And know you're not alone. There's plenty of really powerful energies out there to support you in your process. And I think on that note, I'm just going to sign off. And I hope that you are having a lovely day, and I hope you're finding ways to care for yourself. And I look forward to hearing from you. Comment if you feel called to do so, like and subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I look forward to talking more with you. Bye.